friends, welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for me to do another update on my Project Use It Up for 2019. I once again have been making really steady progress. I actually also started crunching some numbers on my spreadsheet and I'm really proud of myself and really surprised. As always, I link that down below in the description box in case you want to sneak a peek at where I'm at with anything or see the value of the certain items that I'm pulling in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the items I'm adding, have used up, and are still working on. So we'll go ahead and talk about the two Bath & Body Works products that I have. The first I'm super jazzed about. It is the Wild Berry Tulips Body Lotion. This I had from 2012 and I still have I think 4-ish more bottles left in this style, and then I will switch over to the more modern packaging that they have today. This is a really generic scent. They always have a scent like this on the shelves, but boy did I like it. It was good, and it actually didn't take me super long to use this up. I was here at my last update when I first brought this in and I managed to get this done. There's a little bit in the bottom, but not enough to want to fuss with, so happy to have moved out yet another one of my really old pieces of my hoarding closet. Also no surprise, but I managed to finish up the White Sand Body Scrub in Waikiki Beach Coconut. Again, when I brought this in at the last update, I was here and I think 2 uses was all it took me. I have found that with the 8-ounce bottles, I tend to get 4 uses, so about 1 month, since I do exfoliate from shoulders to toes with products like this every single week. I definitely am all about the White Sand Scrub right now. I keep pulling that out and I'm probably going to deplete that, I'd say, over the course of the summer because I do go through these really quickly. Next up, we've got some skincare items. I finished up my Juice Beauty Green Apple Peel in Sensitive. I was here at the last update. I was kind of bummed. I only got 1 more use out of this. I was really hoping to get a couple more, but there just wasn't enough product in here. And I will also say disappointedly that my skin adapted to this really quickly. I had a similar reaction to this like I did with the baby facial from Drunk Elephant. The first couple of times I used that product, it was like magic on my skin. But then as I kept working on the product, it stopped being as magical and effective, and the same thing happened with this. So based on that, I don't think that I would buy this. Again, my skin is super adaptable. It's a cool thing, but also terrible at the same time because it's hard for it to constantly react to products like this. This is kind of why I feel like in scenarios like this, sheet masks are the better route to go because I can get a variety of sheet masks and have an impact on my skin constantly versus something like this where if I had a whole bottle of it and after a handful of uses I got used to it, I would be using it just to use it and it wouldn't be as impactful. My other skincare product that I used up is the Berry Stir. Finally, the oldest skincare product in my entire collection. Doesn't matter the category, this thing was the oldest. And I'm really happy I was able to use it. It was one of those masks that I was using 2 or 3 times a week. It was refreshing and cooling on my skin, so I'm happy with it. I probably wouldn't buy it again because again, I'm more of a sheet mask girl, but happy to finally have got a Mimi Box product used. I've got something used and something that I'm currently working on all wrapped up into one. First, I used up the Rebel Princess Restorative Hair Mask. I love this container. So because of that, I took the sample deep conditioner that I got in my Alice in Wonderland box and tossed it in here so you guys can see what I have left. I would estimate this is 2, maybe 3 hair masks that I've got left in here. Once I put it into this tub, I recognized that it was the exact same texture as the restorative hair mask, so I am happy that I switched over to using it as a mask and not as a regular hair conditioner. I hope that maybe at the next update I can get this done, but I'm not taking a hair mask with me to Italy. That just feels super high maintenance for a 2-week trip, so maybe this might take a little longer than a month, but we'll see. My final used up product is the Olay Fresh Outlast Invigorating Champagne Mango and White Ginger Body Wash. I definitely prioritize this. I did not think I would have used it up. I was only about I'd say halfway really when I brought this in at the last update, but I just like fell in love with it. I just fell in love with this scent. It really is like a sassy peach scent, and it was just so good. Like, it smells exactly like the candy peach rings. If you like that candy and want to smell like that, this is for you. I don't know if they individually sell this scent because I bought them in like a little trio after Christmas. They came out, I think, 2 years ago in a holiday set, and I was all about it. So this did not disappoint. My only complaint is I feel like the formula is very thin, not really as like thick and luxurious as the Bath and Body Works ones are. So I don't know if I would buy it again, but God, it's a really good scent. All right, let's move on to products that I have not quite managed to finish up. I will go ahead and pop on the screen here what my Burt's Bees hand salve looked like at the start of my progress. And this is where we are currently at. I burrowed very quickly down to the bottom, and now I'm just working on what I have on the sides. This is a very emollient salve compared to the ones I've been using from Fortune Cookie Soap, but it works, it does the job nicely. It goes on my elbows without any problem. So I imagine at my next update, this thing will be gone. I also have my facial wash. This is my Biore baking soda pore cleanser. I actually am a little, I don't know if bummed is the right word, but maybe surprised that my progress for someone who uses this every single day in the morning is not more substantial. I was here last time when I brought it in, and now I am down to here. I don't know, this doesn't feel like huge progress, and I thought that I would really whip through this. So it's been very eye-opening to know that this moves slower than I thought it did, and this is basically what 1 month looks like. And at that rate, I've got like 3 or 4 more months in my future before I will use this up. So talk about some value for your money, but this really validates why I want to start putting dates on my skincare products to see just how long they actually took. So once this is gone, my next face wash that I'll bring in, I will put a date on it so that I can get a more accurate read of just what my skincare costs would be for a year, and also how long each individual product is lasting. So this could be sticking around for some time. Additionally, in this category, I have my Bath and Body Works Forever Red Shower Gel. I sort of pumped the brakes on this because I got obsessed with that Olay one. And then I also thought to myself, like, maybe I want to bring this with me to Italy. I probably will be bringing a full-size body wash because it's 12 days, and I would estimate if it's as hot as people tell me Italy is going to be, I will be showering every day, and so I'll be using a body wash every day, and I probably could get through one of these, maybe if I'm showering every single day, or if not, easily more. I would get through easily more product than what a travel size offers. So I wasn't sure if I'd want to bring this. I do have a little bit of progress on it from when I brought it in last time to now, but this is a nice scent. It's a nice scent. I definitely could find myself getting sick of it though. I couldn't have this in a lotion and have it as my body wash, but that's basically true of all scents for me. You guys will probably notice I don't couple up my scents, and I really don't like to. I prefer to have individual scents. Variety is the spice of life. Like, I appreciate this in the shower, but something else on my skin permanently after I'm done showering. And so I will enjoy this. If I use too much of this before June 22nd when we leave, I probably will pull a fresh shower gel out, but if this doesn't have that much progress, then I probably will bring this with me on the trip. Now we come to my Julep Dream Big Nightly Renewal Press Serum with BHA. I was hoping to have more of this used than what you see between those two lines, but I gotta be honest, I've been super lazy with my nighttime skincare routine. That's not really my style, but there's been a lot of nights I've been falling asleep on the couch and then just taking my makeup off, brushing my teeth, and going to bed, which is not healthy. My skin needs to actually be cleansed and all that jazz, but this is where we are at. I am nervous that if I don't get going on this, that I'll have to wait until the fall because it is very nourishing and my skin does not need much nourishment for it to want to break out, so to speak. So we'll see. I'm definitely not bringing this with me when we travel. It's not worth it. There's not enough product in here to want to make that worth it. So I probably still have this next update, but we'll see. Moving on to new items that I'm bringing in. The first is an exfoliator. You guys have heard me talk a lot about the fact that I've got like a big kahuna in my shower that is causing me to not get through many exfoliators so far this year. And I decided I wanted to bring it in and actually track to see what I'm accomplishing in a month. I will say that I exfoliate my face probably 2 to 3 times a week in the shower. It was less than that when I was trying to use up those peels, because you can over exfoliate your face, and I try to be cognizant of that. I don't want to over exfoliate and damage my skin. So I probably will go back to more of that 3 times a week, basically every other shower, because I do shower every day. I don't wash my hair every day, but I shower every day. And I'm sure that that will help quicken this up. But this is where I'm starting with my philosophy, the micro delivery exfoliating facial wash. There's a lot of wording written on here. It's a lot of like gobbledygook and not a whole lot of like what it actually is. To me, it's a general exfoliant. It is nothing super special. I bought this on 21 Days of Ulta Beauty 100 years ago, and I much prefer the Tarte one over this. But here is where I am starting. It is 8 fluid ounces, so a ton of exfoliant, but once I can get through this, the ones that I have left in the hoarding closet, I will fly through because they are all sample size, and I toyed for a moment with going with all those samples before this one, but this is older than all of those and needs to be prioritized. So we'll see how this one moves along. Gotta have a body scrub in this project, so I pulled out a white sand body scrub, we're not surprised, in Aloha Waterfall Orchid. I have a few of this scent in the closet, so like I'm just pulling them out and smelling them, and if I like them, I'm moving on with them. This, again, I imagine will take me a month. It'll be a bit more delayed because I'm not taking an exfoliant with me on the trip, so that's 2 weeks of exfoliating that I won't be doing, but I'll be fine. I will live with crusty, cracked skin that I can just scrub away when I am back. Really like this scent. Very looking forward to using it. I also brought in a beloved body wash. I am on an Olay kick. I'm on a kick right now where I want to use up the really big body washes that I have in the closet, and the Olay ones are definitely the biggest ones. So because I'm done with that lotion, had to bring in the cooling white strawberry and mint. You guys, I don't know what it is about this scent. If you have never smelled this, go to your Target, go to your Walmart, go to your CVS, your Walgreens, anywhere they have this, and smell it. It will change your life. Like, it's one of those smells that like gives me chills. That sounds so dumb. It sounds so dumb, but I can't. Oh, I love it. I love this one so much. Same complaint here as the other one, that it's just not a very thick formula. Like, if they could thicken this formula a smidge, it would definitely contend with Bath & Body Works, and it would make me question Bath & Body Works. Like, it would make me want to get more of the Olay ones, because their scents, man, they're good. They are good scents, and their lotion in this scent, also good. Like, I chewed that thing up. I loved it. So I am starting here. I've already made progress on this, quick progress. I may prioritize this to preserve the Forever Red for when I go on my trip, because I don't want to bring 13 ounces. Like, those 3 extra ounces seem like too much for my trip. The 10 ounces, a little bit less than that if you think about what I have used already. So more like probably 8 ounces of a shower gel is probably good for my trip. But oh, this stuff is it's like intoxicatingly so good. Gotta have myself another body lotion, so I've gone with an OG. This is one of the first scents, I would say, that I binge purchased, and I got sick of it, and I have like kept it out in the corner, outcasted, and I finally smelled it again and was like, yes, it's time for us to rekindle and to use you and have this scent no longer be in my collection. It is the white tea and ginger. Oh God, I had this in candle form, loved it in candle form, had this in shower gel, it was magnificent. I think I've had 2 or 3 prior bottles of this stuff. It's just so good. It's so good. It's got ginger in it, so like already I'm gonna like it. Like, I'm just a big fan. So this is where I am starting. Again, I may end up bringing something different with me to Italy. I do have my Kula After Sun lotion. I didn't want to bring that into a challenge only because I use that very sparingly and when I have a sunburn. I don't know if you can be able to see it right now because of my ring lighting, but I have like an awkward sunburn where I'm burnt like right here and over here. Like I just awkwardly missed 2 random patches of my arm, but they were very, very burnt yesterday, and I put on the Kula stuff. Not only did it feel good, but it genuinely made a difference in my sunburn's heal time. So I use it very sparingly, and I'm torn on if I should just take that only on my trip, because I probably will get a little sunburnt, even though I will be very cognizant about putting sunscreen on. We have not had a lot of sun exposure here in Boston, and so I am much paler than I usually am this time of year. Don't get me wrong, like I'm still like pale, but less like starkingly, wow, there's a lot of pale skin I'm looking at when you're in the sun. I'm like still at that really like stark whiteness. So I probably will get sunburnt, but I don't know if I want to use that lotion when I'm not sunburnt because of the fact that it's expensive. Like I really do use it sparingly because it was quite a cost, but it's so worth it. So long tangent aside, for now it's this, but I don't know if I'm going to bring this on the trip, if I bring something new, if I bring just the Kula one. It'll really depend on how much of this I've used come the time of the trip. But right now it's heavenly. I love it. Let's move on. To wrap this thing up, I have 2 masks that I want to bring in. Much like you saw previously, I want to bring in a treatment mask and a moisturizing mask. After finishing up the Berry Stir, I was looking in my collection because I typically try not to own a lot of moisturizing masks because prior to like changing my life, I thought that moisturizing masks would break me out, and some of them do. Some of them are too enriching for my skin, but I do, for whatever reason, have this Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Hydrating Treatment. I know that I bought this on Haute Look. I don't know why I bought this and not the other one that they have that I like, which name I have now forgotten because that was like 2013, 2014 Victoria, and I have not had that since then. But I figured I would pull this out and test it and see if it would have the same effects as the Berry Stir, meaning it wouldn't break me out but would be a moisturizing mask, and it did. My skin felt really nice and cooling and refreshed from using this, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting some use to bringing this into the routine. This is where I am at. I literally like pulled the safety seal off of this. This is quite old. It doesn't smell funky. It didn't break my skin out, so I do want to use this up. It's also expensive. Like this is a $60 product, which that's insane. I don't really ever use skincare this expensive. So definitely looking at seeing where the progress is from month to month. The other thing that I have on the opposite end of price point and size is this exfoliating one. This is the Tea Hut Skincare Exfoliating Mud Mask and Detoxifying Charcoal. I definitely think with this muggier, warmer weather, I'm more prone to be more oily. So I definitely like the idea of using a mask like this. This is where I am at. This is a sample size. I would estimate I've got 4, 5 uses in this, and then it'll go. So probably we're talking 2-3 weeks and it's gone. I just really want to narrow down the mask pots that I have. I've done a really good job over the past 1.5 years not buying any masks. A lot of masks that I currently have are sample sizes that I got from mystery boxes or from general like subscription services or just like sample packs from purchasing stuff. But really, if I stay focused on using those, there's a chance that I could get probably 80% of them used up for the rest of this year, and then I can focus exclusively on sheet masks, which is a necessary challenge I have ahead of me, but hopefully these can be used up and be effective for my skincare. Alright guys, that is it for me and this update. I hope again that you are enjoying all of these updates throughout the year, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.